Audio, why is the audio not on? There we go. There we go. Hello, everyone, and welcome to your weekly modern tournament here at Grillga Games. Trying to fix the volumes here. My name's Mick. I'm one of your hosts alongside the suit, Mr. James Church Morley.
We back, baby.
We back. We back.
Another day,
Another week.
another dollar to march
Doing
towards.
for the I don't know what this dollar you are referring
the love
to.
of the game.
Yeah, another day, another love for the game, right? If that's what dollar means.
It does.
And we're watching a match here between Lim Jiate and Daryl Chia.
Oh, I'm gonna pronounce these names so badly.
Jade.
Jade. That's what I was gonna go with.
Jade.
I know that's not right.
Jiate.
Ja-
Jiate.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. Anyway, so it looks like what?
I think he's playing
Jeskai
Control, maybe.
Jeskai Tempo.
Jeskai
probably,
Tempo. Yeah, Grim Love Monster. Drew a Greister Saint Draft. Has a Spell Queller.
Yeah.
Daochia is. This is the classic blue-white control.
It looks like, yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice. I mean, like, the turn two search for counter. I mean, that's where you want to be, right? And you want to be, especially against a deck that's just as it's as aggressive as Jiate's can be.
Yeah.
Like, you definitely want to be on the play.
That's a Gideon Ally of Zendikar in
Oh,
hand for
that
Jedi.
is cool.
I mean, Daryl's going to be looking for he's going to be searched for Azcantering for things like Supreme Verdict,
Yeah, Supreme Verdict. Just cheap counter spells.
settle the
hopefully.
wreckage. Yeah,
Settle the wreckage,
logic knots. So interesting the old Spell Queller versus Supreme Verdict interaction, where Supreme Verdict can't be countered, they can be exiled.
Love it.
Yeah,
I love that. There's players have now gone to the point where they cast. So it's a 2-card combo, right? They cast Spell Queller with the trigger on the stack, Path to Exile. So they get an extra land.
then the spell goes away
The
forever.
spell goes away forever. There's no like instant speed. Daryl's gonna get you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wipe your board.
Yeah. Do you remember like the difference between like Oblivion Ring and there's a new one, isn't there? There's a new Oblivion Ring, a fixed Oblivion Ring,
Oh, the
which I can't remember the name of, which is really annoying me.
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But where Oblivion Ring and Fiend Hunter, they can do the same trick,
Oh,
right? If you
yeah.
the exile trigger goes on the stat, then you can get rid of them, so you can exile things permanently.
Yep.
Yeah, Magic's not like that anymore.
God
So like
damn.
a Fairground Warden versus a Fiend Hunter,
Right.
they're
yeah.
functionally the same card, but they don't
They sort of do the same thing, but they're not the same.
they don't give you the feel bads for like the
Oh, yeah.
person who goes, I fooled you with triggers. Yeah, they like just want to play Magic.
One plays in Aristocrats, the other does not play in
That
Modern.
is- yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I mean, Theater's deck is. Field of.
To get rid of the
Field
Celestial
of Ruin,
Colonnade,
right?
yeah.
Celestial Colonnade can be quite a something difficult for Daryl to
And is
deal
that
with.
Swamp for Daryl?
Looks like
Oh,
so.
he's
It's
playing-
what
playing
Esper
Esper. Okay,
control.
Esper control. Okay, got two
Juicy.
roguish decks
Yeah.
in round one.
That's nice. I mean, like that's what you want to see in Modern, right? Like,
Just a random pile of cards.
yeah, the best 60 cards you've ever seen in the last like 9-10 years of Magic, put together, or what you think are the best 60 cards. Hell, it could have just been like all, 1-mana 1/1s.
I mean, it is interesting, right? So Esper, we never really see Esper decks in Modern,
Mm-hmm.
but there are Jeskai decks, and they play red for like an Electrolyze, a Lightning Helix, and a Lightning Bolt. That's what they really play red for.
Yeah.
Why don't we see Esper decks? Like, what I guess from black miss the damage based roll, but you get like a Fatal Push, and you get cool you get Thoughtseize. I think
You get Thoughtseize, I think, you get Thoughtseizes, Inquisition, of course. Like, I was thinking, like, further, higher up the chain, right? You get, very powerful, black-based Planeswalkers, black-white, black-blue.
Yeah.
Tezzeret, Tezzeret in the right deck is, like, crazy powerful, right?
And we're gonna see an Esper Charm.
Oh, yeah,
and
Esper Charm is
Jada's
kinda cool.
going, what does that do? And the question, do you know the 3 modes on Esper Charm?
No, I have no
Draw 2
idea.
cards. Target player draws 2 cards.
I know, like, draw...
-2, -1, -1 counts on the Planeswalker, or like lose to it's a drain. I'm gonna bring it up on screen.
Yeah,
I
it's-
think that's right.
No, I remember like bounce something.
Oh, it might be a bounce.
Something, draw cards.
Destroy
and
target enchantment.
Destroy target,
not even
right.
not even
It's
close
not
to
even
right.
close, yeah.
Destroy target enchantment. Draw 2 cards. Target player discards 2 cards.
Wait,
That's
gotta bring
embarrassing.
that up, yeah.
But interesting. This is an instant
does
speed
everything.
discard spell though.
Yeah.
They
Oh, I
don't
love
they
it.
don't make these anymore.
Have they ever made this?
No, they've been moving towards like sorcery. So when
Yeah.
you have there's you have discard spells on like creatures as well.
Mhm.
So there was Brain Maggot in like Theros block, and they have Pilfering Imp,
Close the door.
and they have Pilfering Imp as well in Guilds of Ravnica.
Oh, but that's at sorcery
It
speed.
is, so most discard is now at sorcery speed.
Yeah, yeah.
And there was a in Innistrad block there was like a Mask of Grizzlebrand or something like that, which was like an instant speed discard spell, which was quite rare. I remember looking at it and going, "Oh, this doesn't happen much."
Oh, but that's like that has to be like overcosted, right?
Yeah.
Mask of what?
I was saying about it was like so there was two. There was Mask of Avaskin and Mask of they're not might not been
Not mask.
It's something
Mask, I
like
think, is the artifact.
Yeah.
The equipment. Yeah. Okay.
So-
I believe you.
Yeah, but there was it was
I sort
instant
of remember
speed
something. Yeah.
discard on like an enchantment on an artifact. Sorry, which is quite rare.
Oh yeah.
Which is
Okay.
quite
Okay.
rare.
I remember that. Okay. Yeah. I mean, like discard. Is one of those ways where you preemptively
Yeah.
right get your opponent.
Yeah.
And the only way out of it is to be damn lucky, right? And so Esper Charm kind of negates that. Like, I'm gonna make you discard cards. When you draw the cards, and like, yeah.
And Dioda here playing a Gideon Ally of Zendikar. Standard All-Star. Four loyalty, 2 white. You can +1 to make it a creature.
Mhm.
Or you can 0 it to make a 2/2 Night Vigilance, and then it hasn't seen
the ultimate
Bit-
Gideon
Ally of Zendikar, yeah, but it hasn't seen much play in Modern. It's like it's been fringes in sideboards. It's been
I think there was a time, right? Like, this is, I wouldn't say flavor of the week, but there was a time where Gideon was like really popular in Modern. I wanna say that I think that was true, especially for the
what deck
for
was
the
it
white
played in?
based
White.
the control, like those like white blue based.
Okay,
control
and you
decks,
play it
right?
as like a mirror breaker. You're like, oh, I play
Yeah,
Gideon. Oh, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, I'm gonna pop out tokens.
Yeah.
All right, you're gonna wipe the board. Okay, I'm gonna pop out even more
Yep.
tokens. I kind of remember it as that, but maybe I've definitely been very, very wrong.
I think we're gonna see a detention sphere on
There
the
we go.
on the
yeah, get rid of the Gideon.
Yeah, you have to, right? You have to.
Yeah, otherwise it spirals out of control.
Yeah,
right?
it just keeps churning out the 2/2 tokens.
He doesn't even have to convert it into a human and attack, right? Because that's dangerous. You convert it into human, path to exile gets getcha, right?
Settle the Wreckage is another card that this deck might be playing that
that'll be
just
funny.
useless in this matchup. You're like, well, we'll get rid of anything, right? Yeah, I'll trade this for
It's
any
like-
card, pretty much. But that Gideon has made Daryl tap mana on his own turn, which
Yeah.
is something that he's very reticent to do as like a control player, unless it's for
Right.
something like Search for a Scanter. The knight there has
Right.
vigilance,
Yeah.
so it does.
Does the knight have vision? No,
I doesn't.
the
I
knight
doesn't.
doesn't.
I thought it did have vigilance.
No, that's the other dude. That's the History of Benalia.
Okay, yeah,
Looks the same.
yeah, but it's not the same.
yeah.
No.
That's a knight ally too.
Knight
which
ally.
It triggers like ally stuff.
What was the ally mechanic? Cohort triggers cohort.
Was it cohort? Or
Yeah.
Or why does it keep telling me to log in? No, I don't. I've logged in. Hello. Oh gosh.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Yeah, a cohort. I think it was.
Cohort. Yeah.
You tap an untapped ally. Awful.
Oh, that was
Awful mechanic.
So bad.
Awful mechanic.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. There we go. Now we can control the
Yeah.
stream.
So
I'm gonna give up on Facebook. Facebook streaming.
you don't like it?
I don't like it.
Everyone should go to our Twitch page, which is
Yeah.
twitch.tv/Greg
Greg
Games,
Games, yeah.
and check us out there.
I think that's the safer bet, right? Like it's more.
Yeah.
It's definitely more stable.
Yep. Happy to interact in the chat. We'll answer any
Yeah.
questions within reason. Asterisk, within reason.
Yeah. Don't ask me about my job. Actually, no. Do ask.
You
me
can
about
ask
my
him.
job.
You might not want to hear the answer. And that
boss is the one.
Judder has played. This is
Look at that
interesting. Figure of Destiny.
What the? Oh yeah, there we go. That's. Where's the volume? Oh,
Yeah.
okay, there we go.
So this is the card that is not seen in Modern very much.
I want to say Once Upon a Time
When
we saw it. I don't know
in
when.
like extended, but the thing is,
But
it,
it's so good.
it requires like quite a significant mana investment.
Oh, yeah,
that's
yeah.
the problem. Is
Let's-
that you have
bring it out,
to
Figure of
to make it into a 2/2 and then a 4/4 and then finally it becomes an 8/8.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Well, you don't have to. Oh yeah. So you have to level it up.
yeah, you have to
Slowly, right? Because it will turn into a Kifkin spirit.
Yeah, then
and
it becomes a warrior. Then it becomes an avatar.
Yeah.
So for the small investment of how much is that 10 mana, you can have an 8/8 flying first strike.
Exactly.
Which
for
is-
the low
Yeah.
price of 10 mana.
Wow! And Darren has his own Gideon allies Zendikar.
Yeah.
Haven't seen this card in Modern in years, and all of a sudden,
This
just
is
two
like
of them. Everyone's playing Gideon allies Zendikar. Have I missed something at the weekend? Is this the new tech to beat like Amulet Titan? Is this what people are playing? Is this the next level to beat Dredge?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You don't
Interesting.
Know, right? You
And now the fight becomes
Oh, but this is bad. I mean, like, look at it. Like, he's going to. So Tiata's going to shoot Gideon down. Oh,
He's gonna
right,
shoot
right.
the
No,
knight.
yeah,
He's
he's going to
shoot-
shoot the ally.
and then attack for 4.
Yeah, just attack for 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a bad idea. I think so. And they just turned the Figure of Destiny into a 2/2, and then you just attack the.
I promise that the shop
Gideon.
doesn't have an excess supply of Gideon allies Zendikars that it needs to get rid of, and we're just doing an
Like,
advertisement.
someone
yeah.
is like, oh man, Gideon allies and
Oh, everywhere! It's everywhere. Everyone's playing it. 4 main deck coffees. Like no.
Heck,
it's,
people are playing it in the what's that Hollow One deck, right? They're using Eldest Reborn.
yeah.
They can bring it back.
Niche.
Man.
Niche combos. Niche combos.
Oh, so bad, so bad. All right, level 2.
Attack.
Gideon goes down.
Gideon goes down.
That's an easy. Thing. I think Darrow. I didn't think that Darrow thought that through.
No.
I felt.
So he fought over it as well. He
Yeah.
had the logic knot. He's like, well, I'll wait till 6. I'll really want to get this Gideon down on the table. Play, I know you've got something in your hand. I'll logic knot it. Jide is like, okay, that's fine. Whatever. I don't mind. I'll just
Yeah.
attack it.
Yeah.
I'll deal with it
like,
how I would
I'll-
normally deal with the Planeswalker. I'll just attack
I'll just
it until it
slap
stops.
it, slap it silly, and
Yeah.
it'll disappear.
And it's interesting that Judder didn't take the opportunity to play Geist of St. Traft there, because that's a shields down moment for Daryl.
Yeah,
All tapped out.
I think you should not be committing more resources at this point, right?
Okay.
Because like you can't protect your entire board anymore, and the Figure of Destiny, that's big, that's huge.
Yep.
Like, you don't have to worry about it anymore. So just you can just leave it be, and then attack with this board. Like Darrow is down to 13. That's 6.
Mhm.
Potentially, that's 8 points of damage on the table every turn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, why not? And then keep up the counter spells, keep up
Yeah, Lightning
Spell
Helix
Queller,
in hand. Another.
Yeah, and the Lightning Helix as well. Just go like Spell Queller, Lightning Helix in response, get rid of my Spell Queller.
So do you just like leveling up the Figure of Destiny again?
Nah, I
Don't
think you attack once. Because you level up a Figure of Destiny now, like that's not lethal, right? So you attack once now, that's 6 points of damage.
Mhm.
It goes down,
Down to 7.
7.
And then next turn.
End step Lavamancer you
Yep.
down to 5, and next turn you kill.
Okay. We're gonna see
you
if.
force Darrow to have it or not, right?
Yeah, I mean that he's got Shambling Vent, which might need to become a blocker next turn for
A-
something.
And once he reanimates it,
Yeah.
like
I mean,
all you're doing
and
is just
Lightning Helix.
Lightning Helix.
Boom.
Bye bye. No problem with the land. No land issues right now. Just thinking of whether he wants to keep. I think that was a spell, but I didn't get to see what it was.
No, and he needs an answer right now. He needs
he
he needs something to go to really reclaim this board position. Like Supreme Verdict would be really good.
Yeah.
He just has to have it. We can see Sphinx's Revelation.
Oh, Sphinx's
into the
Revelation
graveyard.
is an interesting.
Yeah, so that's going to the graveyard from Searcher's Canter.
Yeah. So the problem with Sphinx's Revelation, right, is that if he does it in response to before taking damage, what Theater can do is just like pump in all that mana into Speaker of Destiny, make it an 8/8 out of that, Daryl still dies, right?
Yeah. I think Daryl, the card he drew was a Blessed Alliance.
Oh, that's good. That's
I think that was the card he drew. That's not a bad one.
Yeah, that's definitely not a bad card.
Because the thing is, these Jeskai decks, when it's more aggressive, when it's more creature based, they don't have as much counter magic.
Right.
The Jeskai control decks they got your cryptic commands,
Yeah,
your logic
yeah.
nuts. Then in the sideboard, you can have like a negates to spells,
Spell snares,
disable stroke,
whatever,
smell
yeah.
stare, like a mixture of those. This deck that's playing, Figure of Destiny, Grim Lava Monsters, that is going to have.
It's just
it's
gonna
probably
have,
have spell quellers.
and then spell piercers maybe. That's
Maybe,
it,
yeah. So
right.
Dar-
It wants to tempo you out.
yeah,
right?
Daryl doesn't have to be worried. I mean, he's almost got to go for the whatever his trump card is anyway. But he's he doesn't have to be too worried about counter magic. I don't think.
Well, yeah. I mean, like if your opponent has it, he has it, right?
Yeah.
She has it, right? You just have to play around the type of counter magic you think that they have. If they've got spell queller, sorry, not spell queller. If they got spell queller, like you logic not for a lot. Like I've seen really heads up play by I think was it oh man, Ren Tong.
Okay.
Like he was it Ren Tong? Somebody like they went to do they're playing Tron, mono blue Tron, and he
Mhm.
cast it for like 5,
Okay.
right? When his opponent like only had like 1 mana available. So he cast it for 5. I was like, why did you do that? Oh, to get around the spell queller, and that was a brilliant play, right? I wouldn't have thought of it. At least for me. Maybe you at home would have thought of it, but
I'm Daryl activating the shambling vent.
oh come
That's
on.
going to be immediately. The lightning helix is going to get snapped off right here.
Do it. You can do it, bang.
Joda has all the answers.
Alright, tap it for mana. At least tap it for mana, right?
Mm.
So here's the weird part, right? You tap it for mana, and then what Daryl's gonna do is to fire off the Blessed Alliance. Sack a creature, gain 3 life. Gain 4 life,
We're
sorry.
going to see a search for his counter activation, in fact.
Oh wow, okay.
What was he digging for? Another Esper Charm there. 1 mana shy and using the Esper Charm.
So yeah, I'm wondering what was he looking for?
I don't know. Maybe
What can
he's
save
playing
you in
Doomblade.
this? Whoa.
No, he's not playing
Whoa.
Doomblade.
Doomblade, too cool.
Because Doomblade would theoretically put him down to, he destroys an attacking creature, goes down to 1.
So yeah, destroy attacking creature doesn't win him the game here.
But
Doesn't
if he has Blessed Alliance, it's
gain 4.
game 4.
No, but even if he gains 4, like Theater, all
Yeah,
he has
it's
to do is
interesting.
just pump it
I
up,
don't
right?
understand why he went for Search for Azcanta. He could have
He could have like
waited
Blessed Alliance
and
gain
then
4.
and just sacrifice an attacking creature.
Yeah, and then Theater doesn't have enough mana to turn the Kifkin
Yeah, into
an 8/8
yeah.
and activate
the Grim Lava Monster.
Grim Lava Mancer.
Yeah.
So
Interesting.
yeah, is that the aha moment? Could that be the aha moment? Oh wow, Theater here did not. Wow, okay. He didn't go for the kill. That was weird.
No, so he's.
Maybe he's got lightning ball in hand.
I don't think he does. He's
Wow,
probably
he
gonna.
didn't go
He's
for the
probably
kill.
gonna end step Lava Monster, untap Lava Monster.
No, but he doesn't have enough cards in the graveyard. Oh
So he's-
no! Oh no! Oh no!
Interesting. I mean, he could Lava Monster play 2 spells, right? If he has two anything, just play them.
Yeah, but you don't give your opponent another turn.
Yeah,
right?
especially
you
in
never
modern,
give
right?
your opponent
If they
another
draw a
card.
Supreme Verdict, you're just like,
Oh man, yeah, this is bad. This was.
Especially with Search for
Well-
Ascanto, which is basically you get 2 hits, you get to draw, and he's going to be looking for a Supreme Verdict now. Because he's left the Supreme Verdict
Yeah,
mana up.
mana just for Supreme Verdict, right?
Oh, Settle the Wreckage there. And is that a Supreme
That's a
Verdict? That's a
Supreme
Supreme
Verdict,
Verdict, so we found it.
Yeah, but you know, Jiata. I mean, like Jiata has what you call it, Spell Queller, right? He has to cast it. Spell Queller, you. But why give the opponent the
Quite.
chance, right? And why reveal to your opponent like information like Spell Queller? Then he won't, he won't
So
be
he's
thinking
seen the Spell Queller already.
Has he?
Yeah, he has. It was Logic Knotted as part of their Gideon Allies Zendikar.
Right. Okay.
So he has seen it, but let's have a look. Oh no, he's just going to Grim Lava Monster for 1, and he has another Grim Lava Monster in hand. So his creatures are going to die, and that's going to give him the fuel to.
Oh no.
So this is no Spell Queller in hand. He's just going to just say it. That's fine. It's a very interesting play from Jada. Very interesting.
I don't know. He missed the window. I think like if Daryl here, like somehow if Daryl here is like able to claw back.
Yeah, because
Yes.
you're going to see Geist of Saint Draft, and presumably you're going to see another Grim Lava Monster as well now.
Nah,
He just says go. Okay.
Guys,
But you know,
Traff is enough,
Still,
right?
well, Supreme Verdict is a card. Settle the Wreckage is a card.
Yeah, Settle Wreckage is a card for sure. Or another your own Geist of Saint Traff, maybe. I can block and then Path to Exile the
Angel, yep.
Angel. So yeah, I think both players, a little bit missing the beat here and there. Well, particularly Theater, I think he kind of missed that lethal, go for lethal. Especially his opponent had no cards in hand.
Yep.
Although maybe not no cards in hand, he had no mana to cast stuff. Unless you're really worried about Pact of Slaughter.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe.
I'm going to see an Esper Charm, draw 2 cards, looking for answers. Cryptic Command number 1. Cryptic Command is a card. I think that's a Snapcaster as well. So he's still live. Cryptic Command.
Yeah, just tap down your creatures.
Tap your creatures. Live to fight another day. Draw a card. Bounce something.
That's
That's fine.
Graveyard, right?
That's fine. That is his graveyard, yeah.
Okay.
But which means that's the signal for I've drawn a Snapcaster Mage because I look at my graveyard. Everyone does it.
Yeah.
I'm just randomly looking at my graveyard that I haven't looked at the whole time, but I don't have a Snapcaster Mage in
Yeah,
hand.
for those of you at home,
Don't do that. Don't be that
do
person.
Just remember to draw.
So he's let
What? He let it pass? No, he doesn't have enough mana to Snapcaster.
no, but he had a cryptic command that he could have. So he's gonna
So you Cryptic Path, block.
cryptic.
right.
Yeah, cryptic path block. Oh no, he's gonna Snapcaster path
Yeah,
blocks
Snapcaster,
as opposed to
path, block.
cryptic command. Yeah.
So
It's
you're not
int-
cryptic
this is
block.
interesting. This is interesting.
It's very different from how I think you and I would have played the turn, right?
Yeah,
Like
maybe we would have lost though.
how- that's why, yeah.
Maybe we would have lost. I don't
We
know.
don't know how to play this game. We're dumb.
Jello just saying that's also fine. The problem is this.
If
You know,
he's
this
got a
is-
lightning bolt, like
Jodek is now just gonna be like Grim Lava Monster.
yeah, and
And
then
how
go,
how do you deal with that?
now deal with this, right?
This is a permanent answer to the Geist of Saint Draft
Mm-hmm.
because this gets rid of it forever. Cryptic Command is just tapping it. Right, I've got to. Oh well, Lightning Helix. Why even waste? Why even waste the time?
I'm gonna lightning helix your face. Wow. Wow.
Things are going on here. This is getting intense.
That's
Daryl,
right.
but Daryl just living on the edge.
You see, so this is where this is. Oh, okay.
And
So
Dar-
he kind of messed that up. I think that should have been a path. That should have been like I don't know. I honestly don't know what happened there. Right? Like
Yeah, I thought he was getting
thought
the
he was
path back
gonna-
to path the angel, and then Snell
Right.
Spell was from Spell Snare was from his hand.
yeah. So the spell snare was from his hand for sure. That was 100%.
So that's
true.
fine, but then you still have the mana to path to exile the angel, and you're
Yeah,
still
exactly.
moving on with your life. Interesting turn of events there.
But I just don't know what just happened.
We'll try and find out what happened after
No,
the
we
round.
won't. I won't.
You won't.
And I know
You're not going the
I know
extra mile.
myself.
You're not going the extra mile for the listeners, for the
They're
viewers.
gonna quit after the first round, right?
Are they?
They quit already. Look at that. Like 2 people just dropped off.
But we might have lots of Twitch viewers.
I don't know. No, we probably don't.
3 viewers.
Oh yeah. See.
We're getting there. We're
Wait,
peaking. We'll get there.
Shamsu, Bahrain, Zainuddin, thumbs up. Yeah, thumbs up to you too. Okay. Man, that was weird. That
was
like,
a bit strange, wasn't
okay,
it?
let us know in the chat. Like, would you have done? Like, what would you have done?
Yeah,
Do
we're
you
getting a
agree-
bit more.
Do you agree with us? I think we're on the same length.
We're getting a bit
wavelength,
more
right?
interactive now.
Right.
Yeah.
We I think we're on the same wavelength, right?
think
Do
so.
you agree with us? Do you agree with Daryl what he did? Do you think? Yeah,
I don't.
Yeah, I don't know.
My opinions are very little.
Yeah, but our opinions don't matter much, right?
Correct.
Because like the people who are playing, Jiata and Daryl, right? They're on the street. They're on the table.
Yeah.
Making the choices.
How do you feel about? I'm gonna ask a question here. How do you feel about Esper Charm? All right.
I think it's cool. I think
it's
it's cool
cool.
because so while I was in Porto, like there's this guy who only plays control, right? And Esper Charm is like his go-to when he plays like Esper Control in Modern. Like I think it's a pretty good card. Like it doesn't just cycle itself, not like Azorius Charm. Azorius Charm is great, by the way. Right, cycles itself. I want to bring out. I forget what's the last.
modes?
Okay,
Lifelink?
so your creatures gain lifelink. You bounce a creature to the top of your opponent's library.
Correct.
Attacking creature.
Correct.
And then you draw a card. That's it. Right?
Yep.
It cycles itself. Puts the target attacking or blocking creature too
Mm-hmm.
on top of its owner's library, and then creatures you control gain lifelink until the end of turn. This is a great tempo card. A great control card would be Esper Charm.
Sure.
Right, because like Esper Charm, you were talking about this before at the beginning of the show, at the top of the show. The instant speed discard, right?
Love it.
That's what he uses the mode for, and like I never understood why until I saw the plays where he was going like, okay, Soul of not Soul of Temptation. What's the
Which one is it?
the three mana fairy?
Uno. Queen
No,
of
no.
Fae.
No. 2 blue and 2 and a one and a blue.
Vendilion Clique.
Vendilion Clique, yeah. So you go like Vendilion Clique. You like Thought Seize on turn 1. Turn 2 would be like, I don't know,
Bitter Blossom.
maybe. And then, Vendilion Clique just to check all clear. And then once he's gotten rid of most of the cards in your hand, then I go, you draw a card. Oh, sorry, you're going to discard it.
There is also the draw step, discard 2 cards.
Yeah, exactly.
That feels pretty good. That feels pretty bad for the person discarding, but feels pretty good for you.
Oh, yeah. That I agree. So that's why I thought, that was interesting. I don't know. How about you? What do you think about
I think it's very flexible,
Mm-hmm.
but I think it's flexible. The power, it's not quite there. It's flex.
It's
They
not
made it flexible. They
crazy
made
powerful,
it
right?
flexible enough
Okay.
that it's not good enough. Its individual modes are probably not good enough for modern. That's the problem. Is that it's like all of the charms. They're like slightly overcosted for all of the modes.
Yeah.
So draw 2 cards for like a really insanely specific mana cost, or Jun Charm that does damage to creatures or puts +1/+1 counters.
Yeah.
And then you have stuff like Abzan Charm, which exiles a creature, and all of the Sultai Charm, blah blah blah. So they're all like the effects are worth slightly less than a card each at their mana cost.
I don't think so. At the mana cost,
But so I think that's the problem. And I think the older charms are better than the newer charms. I think they've pared it down.
Oh, for sure.
Right, because Jun Charm sees play in like in niche, like it's
yeah, but Abzan Charm totally. Yeah,
Mardu,
whatever.
do you know what Mardu Charm does?
Mardu Charm.
Do you know what it does?
Oh my gosh!
It
makes 2/1/1
makes soldiers.
first strike.
Yeah.
Makes. Oh man, I forget.
Yeah.
Makes soldiers.
Yeah,
I
you've
think
said that
gets
one.
the
4 damage to creature.
Oh yeah.
You choose a
and
non-creature, non-9 card discarded.
Oh, okay, so this is another instant speed discard. Awesome.
Yeah. So it's Yeah, I just didn't know if they're good enough. And if you're playing the 3-color decks,
It's not worth it.
yeah, right. There's so many more powerful cards in 3-color decks.
Okay, so I think the old charms are worth it. You know, like the Esper charm, like let's bring up the Jan charm. You mentioned that it's not the mana cost, right? But I think it is, right? Because Esper charm, like it's divination. Divination is draw
2 cards.
It's draw 2 cards for 3 mana, right? Except now that it's instant speed. Destroy target artifact. Destroy target enchantment. Okay, so that used to be disenchant, right? So that's an extra mana. But like make your opponent discard 2 cards. That's Mind Rot, and that's also at 3 cards. 3 mana.
Bant Charm, not very good.
Bancham I think sees like very very weird play.
Not
very
good.
This thing. Naya Charm, yeah, totally not good.
And then the last one is
Grixis Charm.
yeah, it's
Return target permanent to its owner's hand. Target creature gets -4/-4, or creatures you control get +2/+0.
so strange. Like these things are like just don't want to go together.
Yeah.
You're like bounce, kill, or super attacky. It's like that's so.
So which charm is your favorite? I want to ask the chat like which of the
Shout out if
10
it's
charms
like a soul tie, or or a
Sultai charm is
Tima
awesome.
charm. Do you know what Tima charm does?
Oh
No
man,
idea, no
I
idea.
forget.
I-
I forget.
So I wish I was thinking about this. I
Oh man, I remember this card. This is such a blowout. This
Yeah.
is such a blowout in like standard.
+1/+1 fight.
The creatures with power 3 or less can't block this
Yeah,
turn.
that's
That
a good
was
one.
the, this was in the that morph deck, I think. Was
Yep.
it the morph deck?
So I wish that when we, and this is something from Guilds Ravnica,
Mm-hmm.
they always have guild mages. So
Yeah.
this brought on our 3rd iteration of guild mages, and they've got. I think they've got progressively worse. So these all now tap. The old guild mages didn't tap. As long as you have the mana, you just keep pumping them. So these ones all tap, and the effects are. Nah.
So the old guild mage, the really old guild mage, is the ones that
Yeah,
don't
so like
tap.
Dimir Guild Mage, but the
Yeah.
Dimir Guild Mage is like 3 and a blue, draw a card.
And then the return to Ravnica ones, I think they had
they don't tap.
one ability that taps. No.
No, they didn't. But they had one cheap ability and one expensive ability.
Yeah.
So the Selesnya Guild Mage or Vitu-Ghazi Guild Mage was like, first ability was populate. The 4 green-white
No, they
ability was
had
make
to.
a 3/3. They didn't tap.
They had to tap,
They didn't
right.
tap. They didn't tap.
That felt Vitu-Ghazi guild mage.
Are they? No, they don't tap.
They don't.
They don't tap. No.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah. And you have Korozda Guild Mage, which is
Oh,
good.
right, yeah.
So there's that, and then they've brought the power level down again.
Mhm.
So you now have the Izzet Guild Mage, which is like copy or draw a card and tap, and the Golgari one is like gain 2 life
Oh
and
yeah.
menace. Like, I mean, these things are not like the.
It's nothing like it
But-
is
but
in the heyday.
The point is, I wish that they had brought back the charms as well.
That
I
would
think
be
they're
cool.
cool. I think they're cool, and I think either reprint them or make a. They're probably too powerful to reprint, and some of them they can't. So Rakdos Charm is like regenerate creatures, and they're
Oh no, that's
Golgari Charm. Yeah, so they can't have
Oh,
that.
too good.
And Rakdos Charm has the -1/-1, or like deal damage equal to attacking creatures.
No, that's still Golgari charm.
No,
-1/-1.
And no,
It's
Rakdos
good.
Charm has the damage to attacking creatures.
Oh, yeah,
and
that's
then that's
hilarious.
probably like too feel bad. Like someone's like, oh, I make all these tokens and I attack, and you're like, haha,
my one card
Yeah,
is going to
Rakdos Charm.
kill you. Full stop.
So I think that's the, so they'd have to remake 10, and this is the problem, is that when you remake, you can't remake 1, you have to remake
You
a whole
make 10,
cycle. And they probably thought that we've already made guild mages. Then they have the like double coloured 4 cost, so like the red white or the blue,
that cycle,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So that's another cycle. So you probably don't want to make a.
No, I don't think you can remake the charms, right? Because the charms were made specifically for that guild, right? Because like
Yeah.
Azorius charm, you have Jan charm, you have Grixis charm.
but
Like,
you could have like a name like a Chancery
No, I
charm
don't
or like
know.
Lavinia's, I don't
No.
know, Lavinia's charm or something like that.
Nope.
There's enough imagery or there's enough nouns in Ravnica that we could easily find.
no, but it's not.
Dovin
it-
Barnes
it's,
charm,
It's
for
not like
example.
iconic, right? Like
No, I
all
agree.
these like Vitu-Ghazi guild mage and stuff like that. These are like actual clans, but they don't have the charm.
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect them to have a charm, right? Like because they also belong to the clan also belongs to the bigger umbrella, which is Celestia. Or
Yeah.
like, I don't know. I don't.
But
think
they
you can-
remade Guild Leaders.
Okay, yeah. So they remade Guild Leaders for like,
Or they remade Sunning. I don't know what Izoni is. Is Izoni the Guild Leader of Golgari?
yeah.
And then
Sort of.
Niv Mizzet, Imara.
It's another guild leader, right?
Yeah.
Like Imara is like not the leader of Vitugazi. She's the leader of.
The Selesnya Conclave, is that what it is?
No. Conclave is. Oh shit, I forget.
She's Sunning.
Yeah, she's one of those clans, right? Then the Izet one is like, yeah, whatever. Izet is like all Izet.
So
All them crazy. What I would love is the 3-color guild mages. Give us that. Give us
So like Shard Guild Mages.
yeah,
Or
insanely
there's
powerful.
so much text on one card for an uncommon.
No.
right?
How about this?
It'd
Right.
have to be just like target opponent loses 2 life. Like all of the lines have all of the because it's 3. It would have
Gain
to be
2
3,
life,
right?
draw 3 cards.
So it would have to be like they'd have to just be one line of text in order to fit everything on the card.
How about the abilities could be the ability, because every shard has a main color, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let the abilities be the
Oh, so
main
like-
color.
So like
X,
Ban
main color
is
X,
the
yeah.
white shard, for example, isn't it?
Correct. Yeah. So Ban will be white green, one of
Yeah.
the abilities, and the other ability is white blue.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Right? So then you can just nail it down to 2. I'll just have one ability.
Make tokens. That's what white green's ability is. It's always make tokens.
Yeah, and then white blue is like your draw card.
You draw, yeah.
Or like bounce a creature.
Or gain life.
Gain life,
Something like that.
Who knows? Yeah, man, Darrow is so far behind right now.
Maybe
I'm,
on the next great designer search is just going to be I'm just going to design new charms and 3-color guild mages. That's what I'm
not
going to do.
vote for you.
No,
I'll
I'm not going to
just-
enter, so it doesn't matter. Have no interest in being
let
a.
you know in advance. Nobody. I'm not going to vote for you.
I have no idea, no interest in game design, unfortunately.
Oh man, dude.
No. It's not for me. I'm not.
You wouldn't want to join like some,
Not.
some sinking company.
No,
or
it's
what's
fine. It's not. I'm not. Not creative enough. I don't think to design cards.
Dude, there was an article today I was reading. They had an interview with Chris Cox.
Okay.
right, and like how he's been running his ship.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, he's so far behind.
10
This is-
points of damage coming here,
This is terrible.
and at 8 points damage here
Okay.
down to 5. Yeah.
So I
Chris
know we
Cox.
haven't been talking about the game.
Well,
But there was a turn very very early on
yeah.
where Darrow decided to, and I don't know,
Esper Charm.
Esper Charm instead of casting a
Yeah. He-
what's that? The Blessed Alliance. I think.
He does have a Wrath of God in hand, so next turn he can untap Wrath of God, Cryptic Command, bounce a permanent draw card. I would assume.
Bounce a Lanya, bounce a White Sauce.
bounce the Celestial Colonnade because it comes into play tapped.
Yeah.
Draw a card.
And hopefully you don't get lightning bolted to hell.
Yeah. Anyway, Chris Cox, you're saying.
Yeah, so the interesting interview with Chris Cox and like how he's running a show. I think Chris Cox is doing a good job. I think so. Up to maybe about 6 months ago. But some things were set in motion before he was here, right? He's been only here for like 2.5 years. I think some decisions have been made that do it feels like he's experimenting, right? He's taking it by the horns and trying to find out what we like about the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like, and the other interview-
Premium price products and shiny
Yeah.
things. That's what we like.
Things like the Magic Weekend, and I
Yeah.
like the interview. Like he was I guess he was kind of frank. Like he doesn't know, like you get the feeling like he doesn't know Magic enough. He's been playing Magic since he was a kid, right? And then suddenly becoming the head of WotC. It's like dream come true. I mean, like he was from Microsoft and he was from all these other companies as well. But yeah, it feels like he's just trying to figure out exactly what we want, and I think he's doing a good job.
Sounds
Not assuming. I forget where I saw the article from. Oh boy,
Logic Knot's going to come
Logic
down.
Knot.
Yeah.
that was very timely.
So I don't know. It'd be interesting to see because I think so. There's a number of different ways to look at what a success means
Yeah.
to Magic, right? It's like what does success mean now from a company perspective? It means money. It's like about it's about. But like, this is the way This is the way like I think about businesses in my job, right? It's like what is it? Like I want revenue
Your
growth,
bottom line,
I want profitability, and I want
Sustainability.
I
right?
want
like longevity.
yeah, and like I want shareholder value. Like that's a nebulous term that people throw around a lot, right? But I ultimately want to, Hasbro are saying better distribute some of those profits because we're going to need to, got some shareholders who need some dividends.
Oh, but that's the thing. Like he, a lot of the things that in that interview like really shows his love for the game, right? And it's refreshing to see an interview like this. Of course it's planned. Of course, have like a PR person feeding him answers, like like in every interview that people have is the same. And of course, planned by PR, right? But I think coming out at the right time. I think at this point in time, so many things are happening in the world of Magic. I think the only thing that hasn't changed is Modern.
Yeah,
I feel I think so.
So I think that
Modern and Legacy.
I think that Modern is gonna be increasing the.
Do you think that Modern's gonna stick?
Yeah, I do. I think it is gonna stick. I think it's been
Are they
around
gonna
for ages.
stop?
No, absolutely not. No, I think Modern will be around forever, but I think it will become increasingly like Legacy, in that it's becoming. They're not gonna reprint.
They're not going
the
to
cards
forever, right?
Yeah, well, I think that they know that Modern cards are really desirable.
Mm-hmm.
They have high price tags.
Oh yeah.
But they can't print a load of these cards in Standard.
Collectible.
You can't print Ensnaring Bridge, or like Chalice of the Void, or Blood Moon. Like those are not Modern Magic cards. They're like relics that are in Modern by just proximity to the date, which is like a random arbitrary date which they chose, like 7th edition.
Yeah. 8th edition.
8th edition.
Yeah.
So they can't. The
can't
only
go
way
back,
they can
right?
get those is by having
Master sets.
Yeah, master sets. So they can sort of, they can sort of like go back to that well. But I think that in a couple of years' time there'll be a new Modern, which is like something's, and I was going to say Arena's like the big thing. Okay, it's all about Arena.
Right now,
I think, and it's about how does one convert people who play Paper into playing Arena. And then how do you convert people who have like never played Magic before, but they found Arena on their computer and they're like, oh, this is a cool game, I want to go play it in real life. How do you convert those people into Paper players?
And I think back to the sentiment of like Arena, like everything's about Arena now, right? That is.
I think that's right.
That's like Chris Cox's like.
Of course it is, and I think that's absolutely right. And it needs to be, and it has some problems, but that's going to be where the
like Modo has problems, and it has problems since day one to now. So
but so there is that, and I think that's going to be the biggest thing in the next 5 years. And I think that a modern in inverted commas format is going to come out of Arena, because they're going to want it to be. I think they're going to want it to be tied. They're not going to have like this one random format for Paper that you can't play on your premium digital offering, and then another format on Arena, but you can play it in Paper, but everyone's already invested in something in between Modern and Arena Modern. You can't have all of these formats. They want consistency, right? So the best thing would be like, right, let's start the code for Modern suggests that they can put Shadows over Innistrad in. Let's start Shadows over Innistrad. You've got Shocks from Guild of Ravnica. You've got check lands from Ixalan. You've got allied and enemy from Ixalan and Dominaria.
Yep.
You've got fast lands from Kaladesh.
Oh yeah.
But only enemy fast lands.
Yeah.
And you've got some man lands. And it's all about land based, because when you're designing these formats, it's all about mana bases.
Right,
it doesn't matter like cards, whatever. There's always going to be powerful enough cards.
Yeah.
Like Carnage Tyrant is arguably it's like a ridiculous card, but they're always going to make stuff like that. Teferi exists as a planeswalker. You're going to have these crazy planeswalkers. Spells are always going to be good enough, so it's about the land base.
Mm-hmm.
The differentiating factor is that you probably aren't going to have fetch lands, whereas in Arena, fetch lands is like not even a problem, right? Because it's so easy. You just go click, click, click,
and
land.
then that's it, right?
It's in Paper. It's in Paper that fetch lands are the problem.
Where you have to, you go through the deck of the
choose what I want, and I shuffle, and I present to you, and then you do the same, and
Yeah.
every turn for the first 3 turns we fetch, and we waste like 17 minutes, which happens a lot in modern. That's the reality of modern, is that modern games are quite long, not because of the cards. Like, actually, modern games, if you think about them in a turn like structure, some of them last like 6-7 turns.
Yeah,
It's
but
because
the games still go long, right?
Yeah, because of you're a lot of fetching, a lot of like drawing, like searching. So we'll see. I think that there'll be a modern arena, and it'll be called Arena Modern or something like that, and then that'll be the new format, and it'll be fun.
Yeah, we were previously on the Powerline podcast. Previously, we talked about like this new format, right? Which was what was it? There was
Frontier.
Yeah, Frontier, right? Which is basically stickers only.
Yeah, so can't start here forward.
Yeah.
So you get fetch lands, and you get.
I mean, that was that's what I envisioned the new modern format. But now that you mention it, I think it makes sense. Like, you have to tie it in.
Yeah, it has to be. There has to be a consistency. The reality is if you have a paper game and an online game, there has to be ways to allow people to move freely between one and the other.
Right.
Now, the sticking point of the paper game is that you have to buy the cards. Okay.
Yeah.
So online, in theory, I could play Arena and I could play completely for free,
and you can get
and I can
all the
get
cards,
anything.
right?
Now, in reality, it's actually very difficult for various reasons of Arena,
right,
and that's an issue that needs to be sorted out. But there needs to be consistency that when someone goes, well, I want to play Arena, I can play Standard. Everyone, you can play Standard in paper.
Mhm.
I want to play Standard Plus or Arena Modern. That needs to be what the paper offering is as well.
Yeah.
And then Modern becomes a bit more of like a exclusive. Oh, I graduate to Modern. Like, I've played Magic for a while, like Standard cards
Right.
rotating out. I played some Arena Modern. Right now, I'm gonna go and like play with the big boys, and I'm gonna play with these really powerful cards like a Lightning Bolt,
Yeah.
Cryptic Command, like Snapcaster Mage. But the downside of that is it's expensive.
Yeah,
It's
of
expensive
course. I mean,
to buy. Lightning Bolt's like $3. It's been reprinted ad
a bajillion
infinitum.
times, yeah, exactly.
You just keep printing it. Path to Exile is the same. It's like $9.
But
It's-
that's the entry point, right? Like,
Yeah,
every
you-
year you make the master sets, and that's when
Yeah.
people. So this the master. Maybe this is the master plan. Of course, nobody has confirmed this like with our tinfoil hats on. So you should put your tinfoil hat on as well. But yeah, I mean, like, that's the master plan, right? You go, you intrigue people with the online game, something like Hearthstone and
Yeah.
Arena. And then you make it accessible, quote unquote accessible, for them to play paper Magic, and then after that you release stuff like Modern Masters every year, so that you can get people who, man, this was interesting. I get to draft this Modern Masters, and
Yeah.
man, these cards are really powerful. I've been drafting on Arena. I've never drafted these old cards.
drafting Arena
before.
sucks. But I think there is a. So what I enjoy, I play on Arena occasionally. It's fine. It's whatever.
yeah.
But there's no like personal element to it. I'm not playing with my friends. Like, I could play with my friends. They're introducing a friend mode, and I could say, "Oh, Mick, do you want to play some Standard?" We can play against each other in like a little closed game.
Mm-hmm.
We can do whatever we want. I could play with Bryce, for example.
Okay.
But it's not the same as like physically
I'm sitting
being
there,
with that person.
yeah.
And I think the element of the gathering
Uh-huh.
draws people to playing this game. It's like a fundamentally social game. You can play Commander, and you can bitch about the person who's got the silly deck for 2 hours and then gang
That's
up
true.
and kill them. That's
I-
an element of the game that's lost on online gaming, I think.
Well, Hearthstone tries to replicate that, right? With like firesides and everything. Everybody, like, you literally have to sit across the guy who is playing on a phone. Like, both of you are looking at your phones.
What is this, like 1999 playing?
It's like, yeah, playing with our handphones, but we are like across each other. But I mean, that's what card games used to do, and that's what
Yeah.
board games in general, board games and card games, physical media, wants to do, is to get you to interact with another human being. And I don't think anything will be able to replace Magic. I think Yu-Gi-Oh is like, sorry, but like, nope.
So I've got
And,
an interesting. We're
Pokemon.
gonna come back to Yu-Gi-Oh because I had an interesting story from the weekend actually about that.
About Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, so I will say that they're in turns. I know we say we've got 50 seconds left, but they're in turns at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll save that for round 2. Interesting.
Yu-Gi-Oh. Okay,
Yeah,
okay, I'm
yeah.
gonna hold you to
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Like,
it's
we're
in-
gonna start off round 2 with like Yu-Gi-Oh talk.
Yeah. It
Our,
was,
our weekly like
yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh segment, right?
Yeah. So yeah, but I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. I think that Arena's cool, and I think a lot of people are playing Arena, and I know you've played some Arena,
Yeah.
and I've played some Arena. I think
Yeah,
that
we've all
there's
played
there's a
Arena.
load of stuff that needs to be worked on.
Oh,
Okay,
for
so
sure, for
drafting
sure.
is not good enough to draft against bots. It's what I think
You've
Magic
got to
Online has. You draft in a pod and then you just play leagues.
random, yeah.
That's good enough.
Yeah.
And I think that the volume of people is going to be enough that you could get into a live draft. And if they can do it on Magic Online, they can easily do it on Arena.
I don't know. I don't think so, because drafting on like we have to see what's the percentage of people who actually play on Arena and Modo, right? Because and then like they have to have the numbers by now,
Yeah.
right? At some
They
point
said
they
that
will
100 million
introduce-
games have been played or something on Arena already.
Yeah. They I'm pretty sure they will make the a decision somewhere along the line to make
I hope
live
so.
pairings.
Because
and live
if they do
drafting.
that, then I'm very interested. Because at the moment,
Then I would love to draft.
yeah, because then you just like, let's go jump in a queue together, and then we'll be in the same pod, and then all of a sudden you're
I'm sure they're looking at it. I mean, like they
yeah,
can't
they have
be,
to be
not
yeah.
like considering it, right?
And but that's it is the future, and a lot of people have
It's
said
the
that
future.
but it is the future. Like I think Magic Online is going to stay around forever because
Oh, for sure.
you're not going to be
They're
able to play
all
modern,
cards, yeah.
legacy, vintage, cube, but there's never going to be cube on Arena, for example.
Oh, you never know.
No, I don't think so.
I don't know. They could. I think possibly
I
could
don't, I don't
it.
think so, because you need to put all of the cards into Arena, so there either has to be cube from all Arena cards.
Or
which
just
is like
arena.
not cool
Your
card.
arena
You
model
could have
to
Arena, you
arena
could have
plus
you
cube.
could have Arena, but or they're gonna need to, program loads of new cards and interactions. And if they do that, then people are gonna be like, well, if you did that, why don't you just make modern? And then it's just this whole slippery.
Yeah,
slope, right?
I think they're trying to avoid this, right?
Yeah, I
this,
think-
this has to be something.
So I think the point is they just go hard stop, don't ask. It's not happening.
Don't give it. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not
like-
gonna give it to you.
Yeah, hard stop, don't ask, not happening. We're going from this point forward. If you want to play with the older cards, go and play
Paper
Magic.
Magic.
Yeah,
or
go play
ma-
go play Paper Magic. Come
Yeah,
out to
go
your-
deal with Modo. Like I know you would, because like you have to get your Magic fixed, right? You will just deal with it.
See, so I've never played Magic Online.
Oh really?
No,
Okay.
I don't have an account. I've
Oh,
never
it's
played
so
Magic
bad.
Online.
It is. I remember the first time, like we were streaming, and like it was the first time I was playing. Man, I timed out everything.
Really?
Yeah, you don't get used to it. Like you never get used to it.
Wow. And Jodo's going to make Gideon into a thing. We're going to see a
Snapcaster Mage.
Snapcaster Mage.
After exile. Is there a counter spell? Do we have a counter spell, sir? There's a mana leak.
Mana Leak.
Come on, yeah.
Spell.
Spell Snar.
No.
Nope. Take 9.
Wow. And that's
Take 9.
it.
You die.
Game. There you
Game. Wow.
Things
Zada
happen.
wins on like turn 4. One turn left. Okay.
go. So yeah. So I think that maybe in 2 years' time we're going to be watching Arena.
Arena Plus.
Maybe we will be.
Yeah.
Maybe you and I will be in our bedrooms. We won't need to be together.
Oh,
We'll just dial in to a Skype chat.
Raffle
Ah.
tickets. Yeah.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Cool.
I haven't gotten raffle tickets for the last 2 events that I've been doing. I'm gonna complain. I want to see the management. I want to speak to the management about this. All right, we'll be back in about 5 minutes time.
Less than
About
5 minutes.
then, yeah. In the meantime, I'll put on replay. Remember, Wednesday nights, 8 p.m. Singapore time, twitch.tv/GrillGames. That is the preferred place to interact with us, and do interact. I see the chats, like, the chat's dead.
We'll take questions.
Yeah.
We got stories. Between us, we have 60 odd years of life.
I think,
talk about.
somewhere
That's pretty depressing. In fact, I don't want to talk about that. Don't ask questions about that.
Oh man. And youtube.com/GrillGames if you want to find out more about if you want to watch replays, GrillGames.com for more information about what's that? About what?
Invitational.
Invitationals, yeah.
Do you like that?
And then Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, whatever. We'll be back. See you guys, so don't go away.